Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brightops and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. We had a pretty tricky episode last time since we lost one of our tech priests, and well, we've kind of been running with Magos Sleep and the servitors ever since. Though before I forget, let's see. Unfortunately, I know that coloration was brought up, but I can't quite remember what colors people were interested in. So, at this point, we're actually gonna give one of the other ones we'll give Razzie a shot. Because if I recall correctly, Razzie is it's a Forge world, but Razzie at the moment is known for going. Don't quote me on this because I might be mistaking my Forge worlds, but Razzie is known for going on a Tyranid safari. They are one of the few factions who are actively hunting for Tyranids. So good for them. I may be completely wrong in this regard. I will fully admit that, but we'll give it we'll give the color a bit of a shot because I kind of want it to be something that isn't just pure red. Until I can at least remember what other color, because we can pick custom colors, and want to hear people give ideas for it. I know that it's been brought up before. I'm sorry, Oathmaster, I know that you've mentioned some things, but I can't find what you mentioned, so well, let us get ourselves a new tech priest. You do not relish this mission, Subdomina Kipra. I ascertain this from your pupil dilation and nervous system stress levels. Even in victory, the men and women on the ground suffer, but that is not something I imagine troubles a Magos. Some tech priests chose to excise the emotional centers of their brains, especially when they reach the rank of Magos. I did not. I have fought under plenty of Magi who have had no emotion at the loss of men and women in combat. I am glad to know I'm not doing that again. I am capable of quarantining emotions in my neurovaults and choosing to express them if they are beneficial. I am not ruled by them, but I am not ignorant of them either. That is why casualty rates on missions under my command are 11.7% below the average. I'll take that as a good omen. Subdomina Creeper, how goes your attempts at establishing a foothold on Sylvia Temporis with our main forces? Operations in the Tomb of Ekpris are continuing, Magos, but the enemy is pressing our perimeter hard. It is impossible to explore the tomb if all my troops are tied up keeping themselves from being overrun. I see. The enemy is aware of our presence. It seems like it. They're not just attacking at random. The Necrons are exerting pressure at key points, hoping we will falter. Logic demands a response. Ignoring this predicament invites defeat. Your solution? With your help, collapse the tomb on them first. I have plotted 4 locations in the Tomb of Ekpris. If these are made impassable with demolition charges, the Necrons won't have the run of their own tomb anymore. My cohort will see this done. Once the key points are blocked, the Necrons will be funneled into our crossfires. They'll spend a lot more lives testing our defenses. I am not certain the Necrons can be accurately said to have lives. Well, whatever they have, they're going to lose a lot of them. Let's see, where is our target? Ah, there it is. Onwards. Let's see. Several Necron skulls are carved into the walls of this chamber, all arranged looking at a central pedestal holding up a globe. Let's see, we can scrutinize the Necron faces on the wall. This seems like a trap. The eyes of the Necron heads appear to be hollow. On closer inspection, each conceals a weapon nozzle. The cohort watches for signs of a booby trap and note a subtle pressure plate on the floor around the globe. They move on with a new understanding of Necron cunning. Okay. Note to self, always check for traps. The Skitarii unit holding the tomb of Ekpris are suffering communication glitches, and one unit has run a cable to their command post to stay in touch. This cable runs across the chamber ahead, and it is obvious it has become severed, potentially cutting off the unit from the rest of the Skitarii force. Okay, let's just fix the cable. Using basic tech rituals, the cohort repairs the cable. They can ill afford the time spent, but can go on knowing they have fulfilled their duty both to the Omnissiah and to their fellow embattled units. So the Necrons have gained the initiative, but we gained more cognition points, which is fine. Chastisement of the menials on the ship will follow. Failure of maintenance observations inexcusable. The detonator of this charge appears to be a dud. Some menial must have neglected to perform the required anti-cohesion. Goddamn. Anti-corrosion rights. So repair. Let's see, attempt to replace the corroded parts of the charge with the cohort's tech team. Use a replacement detonator. Yeah, let's do a replacement detonator. You don't mess with explosives. The cohort replaces the detonator with basic tech rights. However, when the charge goes off, the detonator proves to have been poorly calibrated, resulting in an explosion that flashes out of the target chamber with a tremendous din. The explosion is even louder than normal and must have alerted nearby Necrons to the cohort's position. God damn. It could be worth checking this out. The damage here might give us some information how best to bring down the target area of the tomb. Okay, the chamber head is partially collapsed with a dangerously sagging ceiling and appears highly dangerous. We can find a way around the chamber. It's too dangerous to risk the cohort here. Observation. Carefully examine the damaged chamber to learn about the tomb's structural weaknesses, or try to bring down the whole chamber to test the placement of the cohort's demolition charges. You know what? Observation. And the cohort examines the load-bearing members of the tomb's construction, but just as they are starting to gain an understanding of the structure, the chamber shifts and the ceiling begins to fall. The cohort are caught in the collapse and escape with injuries, but also with some knowledge of the tomb's design. Well, a servitor took damage, so no one really cares. Nothing of value was really lost. And now we go to battle. Here we go. So many scarabs. And our mission right now is to survive 4 rounds. Let's see, and we have our army of servitors, including our sacrificial lamb, because screw you. Like, it was dead anyway, so we might as well. Well, there goes one scarab. injured another. Very badly, too. Oh, whoops. Wrong one. First move. Is it dead? No. Annoying, but what can you do? Yeah, it takes a bit of acid damage. No one really cares. Smack another. So it's gone. And we'll take a bit of an opportunity strike. Just to clear the way a bit. Alright. First things first, Power Axe. You're dead. Good. We'll also reveal the stats of that particular Necron. Okay. That's fine. Scan the platform because we can. We'll scan this particular thing because we can. And go and say hello to the actual Necron warrior. Because there will be more. We all know it. See, more Necrons. Yay! Because that's what we need. Alright, we can't use that just yet. Bit more acid damage. It happens. Oh, we killed one. Very good. So we have at least one dead Necron warrior. And we've badly injured another. Nice. Let's see, charge up the bloody arc pistol. Oh, that explains it. It's got bloody armor. Well, it doesn't have armor anymore. And honestly, I'm kind of willing to keep our forces, our Magos sleep back here, where it's relatively safe. Because it means he's not going to be murdered, but he's not going to be randomly shot. Because the servitors are expendable. We do have that working in our favor. Meanwhile, the Necron warriors, not quite as expendable as the servitors are. I might as well take the time to power up the actual other weaponry. Alright, let's see if we can... There it is! The sucker's dead. Hurrah. And doing some scanning because we can. also finish you off. So we have less Necrons to worry about. And down goes another. Yeah, got to love these upgraded servitors. They're just... goddamn. Like, they're taking a lot more damage than they normally would, too, which is just fantastic. Actually, let's... screw it. Finish him off, he's dead. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Let's see. At some point we are gonna have... I feel like healing up one of the servitors would probably serve us well in this pushing forward. Just to make sure... if only because it means they might be able to take another shot. Second shot. Alright. And thankfully we've got a lot of actual bloody things we can work on. So we're going to decimate the Necrons on this side of the field, while the servitors go and block up this side with their bodies. Damn. Oh well. 'Twas a small price to pay. We'll just move him here, just so that we can be rid of this corpse. And to no one's surprise, one of the servitors is dead. And we'll reveal some stats. Very good. Go, servitors. Go. Be free. See, they're doing their job perfectly fine. They're being shot so that the Mangos Sleep doesn't have to. Granted, we now have the very real problem of now we have to actually get Sleep over to bloody the other side of the damn map. But that's fine. We have the cognition for it. We also can heal him up a bit, too, so that he doesn't actually cost as much in the way of Blackstone to repair after this mission is over. Come on, where's the... There it is. And he's dead. Good boy. And taunt. Yep, the servitor has perished, but he did his duty. Did his duty to the Omnissiah. Oh wait, we've already got his thing. 1, 2. Then let's go play ball. Well, you're dead. Fare thee well, you Xenos bastard. The last demolition charge brings down another section of the tomb. The most heavily used routes around the tomb are now cut off, and the Necrons will be forced to fight on Skitarii terms from now on. Servants of the Omnissiah will live now, who would otherwise die, Magos. My thanks for sending your tech priests to the aid of my troops. We will profit nothing on this world if our troops on the ground cannot keep the tombs open until we can ascertain the threat they contain. It is simple logic, said Subdomina. Maybe, but nevertheless, I thank you. Few Skitarii have much reason to expect a tech priest to come to their aid so directly. We are used to being disposable. My emotional cores return dismay and anger whenever a Skitarii is described as disposable. No one is disposable so long as they do the Omnissiah's work. Thus it is written. Alright, we took... You know, considering that it only cost us 10 Blackstone to repair Sleep, yeah, that was a pretty good mission, all things considered. And we have a new tech priest. Wonderful. Let's see, Litany of Life, complete 3 missions without a cancel, that's fine. Alrighty, so who's our new one? Let's see, just a quick name change. Let's see. So, 1 second, just gotta double check my spelling on something. Okay. There, yep, got it, right. Oathmaster Superior. Maybe not the name you particularly wanted, but it's what I can't find the one you wanted from the get-go, so this will have to do until I can actually talk to you again. And I think in this particular time, we're going to start upgrading this Oathmaster to be a melee specialist. Because right now we kind of need a whole lot of whole lot of things going in our favor. Let's see, what do we want to do? Let's see, the big fat... Yeah, we'll go with the normal Power X for you. Just for... So we got the legs, and... Yeah, we can do a bit of self-healing, and... a little bit of a damage boost, because we can. Alright. And we've unlocked a bunch of other missions. What have we got access to? Okay, so we actually have a... We actually have a rebellion against heretical tech priests. So we have the option... So, in this case, we have the option of going for the DLC, but I have been warned to try and avoid doing this one just immediately. Let's see, we can go after a boss, which isn't particularly wise at the moment. We've only got 2 tech priests. Let's see, radiation burns. We can get a pretty nice axe out of it. Plus a decent amount of blackstone. Let's see, increase the amount of cognition with the Skitarii Ranger. Not bad. And of course we've got the other 2 things. Alright. I think we'll start here. We'll go with Kepra again, simply because getting another gauge for the cognition is just always useful. And it's a good it's an easy mission. It's a good chance to give our Oathmaster Superior a chance to contribute and level up a bit. And get us some more stuff. A unit of Skitarii escorting a topographical surveying device have become trapped in the tomb of Ekrolithk. Subdomina Keeper has requested a cohort reach the unit and save the Octilus Topographus. Yep, and both of them have the same face portrait. Ah well. We'll upgrade, just for the sake of it, we'll take the upgraded stuff, even if we don't end up using them. We have a problem, Magos. It is doubtful you would seize my attention with such other city if they were going to plan, Subdomina. One of my Skitarii units is escorting an Octilus Topographus to produce fuller interior scans of the tomb of Ekolith. They have become bogged down by Necron attacks and are cut off. They will surely perish if they do not get immediate support. And the Oculus? It will be lost too. And yes, I am aware it is worth a lot more than any of my soldiers' lives. The last communications from the Skitarii said they were under heavy fire and trying to prepare a defensive position. Since then, they've gone dark. They're either dead or the architecture of the tomb is interfering with their comms again. Both possibilities reduce the percentage chances of the Octilus Topographus being recovered. Which is why I need your tech priests on this, Magos. We have to move with speed and a hell of a lot of firepower. That I can supply. We advance immediately. Yes, Magos. Thank you, Magos. Let's see, where is our target? Right, it's pretty far in. That's fine. We'll make do. The chamber head is covered in dust and debris, which clearly show the tracks of the Octilus Topographa. It is clear it went this way, and the trail it left could be followed by the cohort to reach its location as quickly as possible. Let's see. We can go with caution, follow the trail, but slowly in case the enemy expects Mechanicus troops to be following. We can avoid the trail entirely in case the enemy has used deceptive ambush or haste. You know what, follow with speed. The cohort heads rapidly in the direction of the Oculus Typographa. Though they feel the eyes of the Necrons upon them as they do so, they outpace any attempt to flank or ambush them, and make excellent headway towards their objective. Yeah, Sweet, we actually gained the initiative for once. Doesn't happen often. The corpse of one of the Skitarii squad lies at the entrance of this chamber, evidently cut down by Necron fire while trying to provide a rearguard for the rest of his unit. Let's see, burn the corpse to put it beyond the use of the enemy, mark the passing, pray for its mortal soul, or scavenge. Scavenge. The cohort removes any equipment and augmentics from the body. It can be used by another trooper or brought back to the ship for re-smelting. In looting this corpse, the cohort is reminded starkly of how quickly death can come in the tombs of Sylvia Temperis, and how fleeting the life of a Skitarii truly is. So they gained a bit of an awakening, but we gained a spotlight. So, yeah, worth it. Not a good sign for it to have become separated. Perhaps it was damaged by enemy fire. In any case, it might contain some useful data. A malfunctioning servo skull drifts around this chamber, trailing sparks. It looks like one that accompanied the unit escorting the Oculus Typographa. Let's see, search the chamber for trying to recover the servo skull. Enemies may be nearby. Recover the servo skull and return to the ship for recycling, or retrieve. Extract the data medium chip the skull and leave the skull behind. It may have become contaminated with Xenos data. Without the need to preserve the floating skull, one of the cohorts jumps on it and tears out its data medium chip. This triggers a failsafe device that causes the servo skull to explode, wounding the trooper and destroying the data. At least any data contamination has been avoided. And the only one who was hurt was a servitor, so once again, no one really cares. Be wary, Magos. Remember Admendation Mechanici 3.16. Seek not the words of the Xenos, that they infect us with blasphemy. A Voxcaster unit somewhere in the tomb nearby is broadcasting streams of code, possibly a Necron transmission. This could be a Necron transmission communications device, and destroying it could disrupt their capacity to coordinate their attacks. Let's see, we can exploit the device, find the device and attach a spare comms unit to it so the transmission can be decoded and examined on the ship. Ignore it, or eliminate it. Find and destroy. Oh, we gained a thing. Oh, this is a damn good item too. Yeah, this is a damn good one. At the start of a battle, a unit appears untargetable until he performs an attack. Gain 25% critical chance until the next attack. The cohort takes a detour from the path to find the device, a large machine of obvious Necron construction that is increasing in the volume of data it is transmitting. A quick burst of gunfire later and it is destroyed. Its innards contain valuable materials that can be harvested for use by the rest of the mission. Yeah, that was definitely worth a bit, them being awakened a little bit more. Not gonna lie. Because, yeah, if we strap that onto Oathmaster Superior, then that's gonna get some results. New template detected. Observing. Excitement statement. How glorious, the Xenos vary their weapons. Plus Telstra weapon tech. They do not show signs of Promethean flame attack, which only shows their inferior steps in technological advancement. I recall that in Xenos and the Kants version 00101001, the Xenos... Not now, Vidux. We've dealt with Immortals for a while now. They're proving to be a worthy threat. Now they have a separate weapon pattern. This is most concerning for our troops, sire. Troops are of little concern. Mission is always priority over bio life forms. Don't you just love the servo skulls? It's just so good. Oh yes, it seems that during our mission we have not actually picked up any actual sign of... Well, to put it bluntly, we haven't actually... We haven't picked up any signs of the any cognition points or anything, so we can't actually summon any of the servitors. Yes. However, we do have a fair bit of stuff to work with, so there is that. At the start of the next turn, that platform's going to move, and we're going to be able to have servitors assist us. And oh look, scarabs. Nice. Just what we needed. Now go on little servitor, go and play and make friends with this bloody Necron flesh. This Necron flare. Ouch! Son of a bitch! Well, they did mention they had tells for tech, so I can't be particularly surprised. It is, however, still goddamn annoying. And as much as I want to just wreck this thing and be done with it, we've got some stuff we need to do. See, we might as well just quickly repair ourselves, just so that we don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. I have to admit, slightly disappointed with the amount of damage we got there, but... well, he's dead, so... I guess you take what you can get. He's dead and gone. Yay! Get rid of you, well, because why not? Then we're going to fall back, deal with this stupid flare, so that at least he's dead. We don't have to worry about him anymore. And why not? We'll also heal this servitor up a bit, just so that he can be sacrificed for greater purposes. Because as surprising as it sounds, they are expendable, but I would like to get the most out of them as possible. You know, before they die. Might as well also fit and kill the stupid flare because we can. And move into a position to attack the panel. Alright, you're still alive. And holding up. Though not for much longer. Well, your sacrifice was not in vain. You took a lot of bullets that were originally intended for us. So being rid of all that is definitely something, definitely worth it. And we're just gonna fall back real quick so that we are out of range of the damn... Ah! Yeah, I never knew that scarabs could actually do that. Oh well, good to know. Now. Admittingly, that Immortal's a pain in the ass, but... well, not a whole lot we can do about that at the moment. As annoying as that is. At least yet. Yeah, they awaken a turn faster, we know. Yada yada. Now let's break this stupid platform so that we're done with it. Alright. So we're down another servitor, but we did remove another threat, so... so good with the bad, I guess. Alright. First things first, heal you up. Then we're gonna go and say hello. Also destroy that, because why? Because we can. Yep, and we've closed into melee range for now. If for no other reason than just because it's useful for us to be in melee range. And oh look, more scarabs. Joy. Why are you bloody? That's weird. Oh, that's right, because bloody scarabs triggered the opportunity attack, didn't you? Okay. Choices. Alright, let's start with this. We're gonna go and say hello to this bastard over here. We'll try and kill him. We're also gonna use the Litany of Life to do some repair work. Heal that. Also do a bit of damage. And some self-repair because we can. We always seem to end up going low on the roll of self-repair, but that's fine. Damn it, didn't mean to take that opportunity attack, but that's okay. We just have to stay alive just a little longer. And murder a bunch of other things. But we can do that. That is doable. And we also have the option of using our servitor to try and take some fire now. And if nothing else, we got rid of the damn immortal. So that's gonna make life a little easier. That's one less bastard taking potshots at us, so... Alright. Heal self, because we can. Okay, 3, that works. And go in and kill. Let's see if we can get rid of the scarab. If we can thin the scarab swarm a little bit, that would be great. But right now, we just need to get some murdering done. Like that. Gotta love murder. Because the less of them there are, the easier it is for us. Oh god damn it, there's more. Just goddamn more scarabs. Why is there always more scarabs? But on the plus side, we've at least... that servitor has done his job. In a big way. I mean, after all, the scarabs are dead. He took bullets for one of our tech priests, which is always a good positive. And now he will take a hit from the scarab swarm. The last unit on the field, too. Come on, heal big, heal big. I'll take it. You know what? I'll take a 3. 3 is good. Now be gone. Victory is ours. Well, I'll admit, we took a bit of a beating, but everyone's alive. Except for the servitors, but no one cares. The cohort defends the location of the lost Skitarii unit, enabling them to move the Oculus topographists back out of the tomb and towards Skitarii lines. The troops and the valuable surveying device they escort are saved from perishing in the tomb of Ekalisk. The squad survivors are back at our lines and the Achilles has been salvaged. We have been set back in our exploration of the tomb of Ekalisk, but not nearly so far as we would have been if the unit had been lost. Is the Oculus Topographis providing data? It is fully functional, though at this stage I can report nothing other than the tomb of Ekalisk is huge. This shall be factored into future missions. Ensure I am appraised of future development, Subdomina. So, successful mission. Nice. Let's see, all the servitors are dead, but no surprise there. They are replaceable, after all. And definitely the addition of an extra cognition gauge is definitely worth the cost of. Let's see. Plus 3 energy armor for 1 round. Not bad. And next attack will break 2 energy armor. Nice. And we have a new sector located. Whereas the other tombs are sterile, this one is grossly fluted with the union of life and death. The first scouting mandibles to enter are overwhelmed by the appalling stench. They walk straight into a carnal house. Biological remains plaster every wall and floor. Some are creatures indigenous to Sylvia Tempest, but others are unmistakably human, presumably from the former colonists of Saint Eckhart's Hope. The decay begins instantly as the sealed atmosphere of the tomb is breached. A metallic skittering heralds something even worse waiting in the tomb. In this pit of disease and death, even the mind of a tech priest is vulnerable before its horror. Okie dokie. We still have the Lord Astronomer, but we don't, and the Void Admiral, but we're not going after them just yet. Because we need a bit more before we try. See more Skitarii Rangers. See what level are you? You're rank 7, so you're rank 4, so we'll be still working on Oathmaster. We unfortunately can't level him up again, but he now has more health and some physical armor. So good for him. Wait, what? The hell? Can we turn you around? Turn. Because what is... Oh, that's the bloody... that's the claw. It's going over his head like a fishing line. I mean, okay. And in exchange for that, we're gonna pick up this fun little doodad. Which seems like it'll be very useful for you. Let's see, how long have we been recording for? Yeah, I think I'll call it there. Two missions will work just fine. But anyway, my name is Brightops, and I look forward to hearing from you. And please do come to mention what color templates you'd like our units to be. I'm happy to take suggestions. Try and put it in the comments below so I can at least remember where it is. Until then, see ya!